Yeah, so it's your fault that Greg's fault as well.
That it is.
It's one o'clock.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Distiller's Perspective here on the Late Show. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate you. Let me just get rid of this. All right, so you guys know how it rolls on the Distiller's Perspective. We have a distillery in that we're going to talk to them about what's going on with them and their world, working in the whiskey business. And tonight we have on Brian from 10th Mountain Whiskey Company. What's up, Brian?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. First, I want to tell you thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you accepting the invitation and jumping on with us live.
100%. I'm always happy to be here.
That's awesome. Let me put the invite into the chat. And do you have anything poured right now?
I do. I have a few bottles. I either have our single malt, I have bourbon, I have rye, I have a cordial, I have vodka, I have a Pinot Noir brandy. But I think I'm
going to start off with a pour of your bourbon.
Absolutely.
All right. First, when you're looking at your screen, when you look to the right, there's two tabs. One that says like private chat, one says comments.
Yeah.
Click on the tab to the top right that says comments, and you'll see people starting to come in.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah. So Marie's glass, have a cheers with you.
Absolutely.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks for being here. And I'm gonna give you the floor for a second, and if you would please just introduce yourself to us. Let us know who you are, where you're from. Give us a brief little rundown of your history in the military and how you got into distilling.
Absolutely. My name is Brian. I'm from Colorado. I joined the Marine Corps in 2007. I got out in 2011 after getting injured a few times in combat and out of combat. Here just to have a good time with it, and got into distilling a little bit uniquely. My last name is Doer, so my family used to own one of the largest Scotch companies in the world. After getting out of the Marine Corps, though, I became a federal agent for the Department of Homeland Security. Did that for a little over 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And decided to get out recently. My friend owned this company. I reached out to him after he donated a few products to a nonprofit that I run that takes out veterans hunting and fishing around the world for free.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Once I left, he asked if I wanted a job, and I said, absolutely. Where do you want me? So I've just been in this for a little over a year and a half and been running with it ever since.
Awesome. That was a very detailed but nice brief intro. Appreciate it. You said you were a Marine.
Yes.
Right? And you were in Afghanistan. So were you in Helmand over to the west?
Sort of. I was in a place called Gulistan.
Okay.
In the Farah province. So
okay.
It's about a 3.5 hour helo ride to it, or 57 hours by convoy, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just I was guessing Helmand because every time I went to Afghanistan, all the Marines were over in Helmand.
Yeah. That's where Camp Leatherneck was, so that was a good time there.
I bet. All right, so I just pinned the message, and I did not brief you too much on how our game works. It's kind of the fun for me to throw you in it unknowing, in a way. Got a bunch of people coming in. I appreciate all you guys watching us live. I'll say what's up to you guys in a minute. But what we do here is we do the revolving door of questions. Instead of just having an interview filmed and recorded and pretty ahead of time, we are doing it live with a live audience. But since we have a live audience, we want to have them participate. And so we have the highest percentage of audience participation on any unit interview platform online right now.
Nice.
And it is a blast. And so what is going to happen with the revolving door of questions is I'm going to invite an audience member to come on and ask you a question. And then once that conversation is complete and come to an end, we're going to kick them off. That way we don't start talking about what their favorite color is or what kind of dog they have. You know what I mean?
All right, perfect.
You get to know somebody. That's how it goes. And so we're going to keep the conversation focused on you and on 10th Mountain Whiskey.
Yep.
And super excited to have you on because like I told you, my first 2 deployments, I was with the 10th Mountain Division. And so when I saw your guys' whiskey, I was just excited right off the bat to get you guys on here.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah. So Troy Man's already in the house. What's up, Troy Man? Good to see you. Ben from the North. What's up, Ben? Appreciate you. Whiskey Chronicles. What's up, buddy? Possum Crew's here. What's up, Jeremy? Ben from the North. Ben from the North has got some horse soldier with him.
Nice.
That's good. A few times. What's up, Troy? You know Troy from April 1, Genuine Spirits? He's a Navy veteran down in Florida. You got to try his whiskey. It's great. You're both doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Thank you. My favorite color is blue. Thanks, Will. Appreciate you. Yo. What's up, Troy? David. What's up, buddy? Old Pirate Bourbon. Cheers, Bourbon community and friends. What up? What up? What up?
I don't know what happened. Yeah. And now he's back.
I'm like, what button did I hit?
Yeah.
All right, so I already have some people in the background ready to jump on. And just to let you guys know, whoever's not tracking, the incentive, not only do you get to come on and talk whiskey with us, but if you jump on and ask a question, you are going to get entered into the raffle. And for the raffle, we have flights. We've got merch from 10th Mountain Whiskey Company. So we have lots of giveaways going on at the end of the show. But you got to jump on and participate to be entered. Just like Randy here. First name on the wheel. What's up, Randy?
What's going on, buddy?
Good to see you, buddy. Randy, you got me?
Yeah. What's this about a raffle?
So, Randy, if you ask Brian a question about himself and 10th Mountain Whiskey and what they have going on over there to get the distiller's perspective for whatever question that you have about 10th Mountain Whiskey, you ask a question, I'm going to throw your name on the wheel, and you're going to get entered into a raffle to win prizes at the end of the show.
I'm not sure if this counts as a question because as a person who doesn't like rye, I love your rye. But what exactly? Yeah. So I just kind of want to know what
like
exactly
the process
that sets that apart from the other ones that I've had.
From the other ones that you've had, so we're kind of unique, right? So we're a high rye mixture, but we're also a high corn mixture in our rye. So it's 69% corn or rye, 26% corn, 4% barley. And we try to get that in all these correct measurements all the time when we're getting into it. And then we use a different yeast process compared to our corn from our rye. So when we do that, it changes up those flavor profiles a little bit, as well as the temperature we cook it at. So that helps it out a little. It's probably the best way of saying it without giving out all of our secrets at once, unless you come to do a distiller's class with us, and then you'll learn everything.
Okay, so when is this?
Whenever. Right, so Brian, your mash bill and the temperatures is what you're saying makes a big difference between your rye and other people's rye?
Well, our rye is a little bit different. I mean, each rye is going to be different no matter where you're at, right? So you have where you get your rye from, where you get your corn from, where you get your malt from. Those are always good avenues of getting that first flavor profile. Then it's your cooking temperature, how long you're going to cook it for, the yeast you're going to be using for that afterwards, right. And then your cooking time for when you're actually getting the distillation out of it. And then the separation between the heads, hearts, and the tails, if you're doing that right. Yeah. So each one of those has a big time profile on all of it. So chemistry, something I'm terrible at.
Did that kind of answer your question, Randy?
I don't know, maybe.
Roundabout.
I think the answer to the question was we do it right.
We do.
I would agree with that. So, Randy, your name is the first name on the wheel of names for the raffle.
Awesome.
And, and I hope you win something good, bud. All right. Hey, thanks for jumping on. Did you have any closing remarks? You good? All right. Well, hang out and watch and see what you win at the end, Randy. I appreciate you, buddy. We've got Ben from the north. What's up, Ben?
Hey, what's going on, Ben?
Good evening. Hi, Brian again. How's it going?
Good, sir. How are you?
Oh, just peachy. Today's doing better now, so.
Good.
Yeah. I noticed, I think it was yesterday on Instagram or somewhere. I think it was probably Instagram. There was something about ordering online. Does that go to Canada?
No.
No, didn't think so. Just thought I would ask. Okay.
We're not shipping to Canada as of yet, but
yeah,
possibly by the end of the year.
Well, I'm a patient person, so I can wait.
Are you going?
As you can hear, there's commentary in the background.
No.
Then the second most important question, I guess, is what's your favorite flavor of crayon?
Red.
It's my offensive box, so you never know what you're gonna get.
You're gonna get one?
Oh.
Are they all mystery flavors?
They are mystery flavors.
Awesome.
I think you were talking about some kind of, like, was it, I don't know if it was chocolate or some kind of candy, like a gummy bear was or gummies were crayon flavor or something one time?
No, I actually do have gummy bear crayons.
That's awesome. Where is it located in Colorado again?
Our distillery is in Gypsum, Colorado. One of our tasting room is in Vail, Colorado.
And that's like in the western part, or?
We're central. We're right in the mountains.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just want to jump on and say hi and thank you very much, both of you, for your service. As you can tell, Mark, I've talked to Brian quite a bit on.
I know. I see. So. I see you on his Instagram lives all the time.
All right. Well, take it easy.
Appreciate you, Ben. All right. You're on the wheel, buddy. Got you on there. Raffle, what? Sign me up. I will. Will, what's up, buddy?
Oh man.
It knows everything about me.
It's so late. It's so late.
In the house too. What's up, Lee?
Hey, I think I heard you said something about the Doers family. Can you tell me a little bit more? Is this the same Doers?
You mean the sign behind me?
Yeah. Is it this one?
It is that one.
It is. Oh man.
Fancy.
Oh, okay. Fancy.
Started by three brothers and a father.
Oh, nice. So I don't know very much about 10th Mountain Whiskey, so you got to inform me a little bit more about your products. You know, I haven't tried anything at all, and you know, I haven't had any liquid before. I haven't, you know, completed any bottles. So just, you know, maybe you should tell me a little bit more about. I know that you are. Go ahead.
So, you know, hey, Will, softball pitch. You talked about part of your tour and stuff. You gave a little brief history of the 10th Mountain Division. And so can you go into that and lead it to why you guys chose that as the name?
Absolutely, I can do that. So 10th Mountain was started, the 10th Mountain Division was started in the early 1940s in a place called Camp Hale, Colorado, which is about 13 miles west of south of Vail, Colorado. Back then, one of our previous owners, his grandfather was one of the first medics in World War II that trained in Camp Hale. These individuals went over to Germany as well as the Swiss Alps and attacked the Germans on super long, just wooden 2x4s almost. I have a pair of skis with me, but I just hung them up recently, or I would show you. Those are actually the original ski poles that they used back then. So those are 10th Mountain poles
That's cool.
Handed down to me from my grandfather that you can see that they've actually used back in World War II. We chose that because we wanted to honor and support the people of the 10th Mountain Division and give the history back to Vail and back in Colorado to where the 10th Mountain Division started, even though it's in Fort Drum currently, where the division is currently held.
Yeah.
With all the processes they do and the people that they have given so much for this country, and we decided we needed to give back just as much as they do. So that's why the owner and I say we're a philanthropy company first and a whiskey company second, because we want to give as much as we get from these people. So
that's my question, Brian. That's what I was going to ask about the philanthropic part of the organization. So I got to throw in another one there. I'll throw in, I know that you guys are big sponsors for the Bourbon Ball out in Kentucky. I think that happens in September-ish. Can you tell us a little bit more about, kind of what to expect at that event and, when to be on the lookout for tickets?
So that's the Kentucky Bourbon Ball, and that proceeds go to Folds of Honor, which give back funds for individuals that got hurt or their family members, so they can get educational funds to support them and their family. That is actually happening in August this year.
Okay.
I think August 3rd and 4th, if I remember correctly. I'll have to get back with Paul and figure that out to see what's exactly going on for those dates. But all the proceeds will go back to Folds of Honor, 100% of them, to help out any individual out there that got hurt, injured, or unfortunately could have passed away due to their service or injuries that they occurred in service. So we just want to make sure that funds are happening correctly, and we give back again to those people who've given so much for this country.
Nice. And then I think the last thing I was going to tell you was congratulations. I know you guys are in your 10th year of 10th Mountain, so I know there's big celebrations abound for it. So,
yeah, I think there should be a good thing you guys should come out for in possibly July.
July now? Okay.
I'm not saying July yet, but there is a good time frame where we may have a concert at the distillery and some food and open up some barrels we haven't opened up in a while. So,
wow.
Yeah. That throws in one question I'll drop off to as well. I know that at the distillery you have a lot of products that don't make it out, for shipping and such too. So yet another thing, kind of more a comment than a question per se, but just again, going down to visit your distilleries is another kind of thing to put on the list for 10th Mountain.
Absolutely. Please do. And I appreciate it, Will.
All right, brother.
Absolutely. Hey, you got a glass, Will? Hey, just want to raise a glass. You mentioned what you do for those who got injured or those who are no longer with us. So I want to raise a glass to them because when that gets mentioned, we got to raise a glass to those. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, Will, thanks for coming on. Your name is on the wheel, buddy. I hope you win something. Yes. All right. I appreciate you jumping on, buddy. That is awesome. All right, we got some more people in the chat. Whiskey Wanderbird came up. She is like just a couple people away from hitting like 20,000 followers or something. Michelle, get on the show and ask a question. I tell you what.
Awesome.
Troy, what's in the future for 10th Mountain New Expressions shows? You just discussed one of the shows that you got coming up, celebration of the 10th anniversary. I'm going to raise my glass again to that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
10th Mountain hit in 10 years. That's great.
10 for 10.
Cheers to that. So any other
so
big
we
things you got coming up?
On 7 expressions that we currently have. So we have our bourbon, which is 92 proof, our rye, which is 86 proof. We have a single malt that is 90 proof. We have a Pinot Noir brandy made from Pinot Noir grapes and aged 2 years in our used bourbon barrels. That is 95 proof. We have our potato vodka that is 80 proof, a 100% corn moonshine, and a cordial, which is a peach, vanilla, and sage infused cordial.
Peach, vanilla, and sage.
Yes.
Man, I don't know why that sounds pretty good.
It is dangerous as shit.
So it's like super easy to drink, but it's gonna make you hurt and hate yourself the next day.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sugar in it, so I wouldn't recommend drinking a whole bottle. I've done it.
All right, I'm with you. Hey, Troy, once again, I appreciate you hanging out, buddy. It's real late over there because he's in Florida. Whiskey Joker's in the house. But I could bring it in depending on where in Canada you are. Oh, Benny's saying he might be able to mule for you. Dude, Randy, if you're going to Canada anytime soon, I tell you what, Ben would love to meet up. John Cloud's in the house. What's up, John? Ben, Bourbon Baller. Why don't you jump on, Lee? Lee's a good friend of the channel. He's in Sammamish. Cast strength. That was one of my questions that I have on my my docket over here. I always write down a list of questions before I do this show to make sure at the end if there's anything I want to ask, but I don't want to burn the questions for the audience. And so if Lee is popping questions, because he sees this show every time we do it, we try to have at least one distiller on per month, at least one, to do an episode of Distiller's Perspective. And so last month was actually just last week with Bainbridge.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I was gonna have you go a little bit later in the month to have a little more separation because we try to do at least one per month. But I think you're gonna be out of town next week, right?
I am out of town most of February now and March.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wow. And I'm out of town the week after that, but yeah. So I mean, this just worked out perfect for us this week. But so cast strength plans.
Yes, we do cast strength. We only currently sell it in our distilleries or to tasting rooms at this time. But we are planning on releasing cast strength out to the public within the next 6 months. You froze again, but I continued on with the conversation.
No, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, the Matrix is glitching. I don't know what to tell you. Slapshot is in the house. What's up, Brian? It's good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Simone Barkeep is in the house. What's up, Tully? Mojo's in the house. Bless up, Northwest. Bro, what's up, Mojo? Good to see you. Mojo, have you had any 10th Mountain whiskey? Hit that like. Yeah. So, guys, hitting the like button is free tonight. So go ahead and smash it. 10th Mountain is tough as nails. Appreciate all our cooks to door kickers. Absolutely. They definitely raised some warriors up there in upstate New York. Do you know history-wise why did they put a brigade down in Fort Polk? I know they're at JRTC, the training center and stuff, but you're the 10th Mountain Division training in Arctic warfare and climbing mountains and doing all this high-speed stuff. I never understood why they put a brigade down in Louisiana. Yeah,
so a mountaineering division, right? You have to be trained, as you know, being in the Army for all environments and all techniques. You go to Fort Polk. What's the humidity level there?
Oh, dude, it's thick. You're walking through syrup. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably one of the reasons why they did that is different strokes for different folks. Train in a different environment and you get a different experience and you learn how to survive. So
that makes absolute sense, man. All right. So I've got Troy Man in the back.
Okay.
What's up, Troy Man?
Hello. How's it going? Oh,
good to see you, buddy. I was just trying to catch up on chat. Sorry to keep you waiting back there.
Oh,
but
no worries. No worries.
It is good to see you.
Brian, nice to meet you.
You as well.
This is a very big introduction for the whole brand for me because I've not heard of you guys before. So I'm very excited to try your stuff. I'm going to find it somewhere and I'll buy it if I have to buy it online. So I always have this one question, and it's a follow-up that goes with it, is what was your aha moment whiskey when you were first starting to taste? Like, what was the one that really got you into whiskey, like really like made it for you? And then the follow-up to that is, does the style of that whiskey influence your product as a result?
Ooh, good follow-up.
So what started me in whiskey was my family. So, right, Doers was my family. I started with that in a rag in my mouth when I was born. So my mom and dad wouldn't yell, or I wouldn't yell at them. So I remember my first taste was a 100-year-old bottle of Doers at my grandfather's funeral, probably when I was 8 or 9.
Damn. Oh goodness!
So I had a little shot glass of that where I was tasting that, and that still stuck with me to this day. How that influences the flavor profiles of today, I can't say, because each our taste buds change so dramatically over a 3-year period when you're growing up. It's hard to say how that does. But I can still remember the taste. Sweetness, very oaky, a light peat, but not very strong after 100 years, you would say, of trying something like that. So it's almost like a bourbon mixed with a brandy mixed with a scotch, all combined in one, mixed with buttermilk, and just you pass out and want to die from heaven.
All when you're 8 years old. Perfect. Yeah.
We try to get the same profiles. We want to get that sweetness from the corn that we're getting, because our corn comes from the Ute tribe out of Cortez, Colorado, and we're the only ones pulling from there, trying to get that unique flavor profile, that sweeter notes, those lighter tones out of it. And then we get the rye from North Dakota, so it comes out with a little bit harder but a little bit sweeter in the back end, so you'll get that nice spice, but you'll get a nice kick of sweet undertones that you're getting.
Is the rye a little less spicy than what you would get from a warmer climate?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no, right? Because you have those fluctuation of temperature swings, and that's what can change a bunch of the process of how it tastes. Right. Same with how you're doing a barrel. If you get huge fluctuations, it's going to expand and contract and give it a little more flavor profile.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Well, Brian, nice to meet you. I'll get off the stage and let somebody else ask a question. Oh, wait, one more question. What is your favorite color? I'm kidding. All right.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Troy, man. Appreciate you a lot. Great questions. Let me just put Troy, man, on the wheel. So Troy, man, is now on the wheel.
Nice.
Appreciate that. So I'm going to do a fresh crack with you of your single malt, because I have not cracked this yet.
Are you a single malt person?
I like American single malts, especially craft ones that I've tried.
I can say from our single malt, we just won a significant award with that out of Key West. Yeah, we won. And I'll say this out loud. It's getting announced tomorrow. So by the time it comes out on the West Coast, it'll be already our time here. So or East Coast. So we just won best in class in the Key West competition for our single malt. We beat out everybody out there. So we got double gold, we got best in class, and best whiskey overall with our single malt. Yep.
For this one.
For that one.
All right.
Where is it? I have it. This one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited. All right. Well, cheers to that.
All right. Now I guess I gotta pour a little bit now.
Mm-hmm. Insinuation, obligation.
Haven't heard that in a long time.
How about that ASM though?
Delicious, Will. You'll get a bottle soon enough when it's back online.
I'm at my buddy's now. He was an A10 crew chief. I did my 22 today. Oh, good job doing your 22 push-ups.
Nice.
Appreciate you, Mojo. Excellent last week. Please hit that like. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. It is super free today. My favorite peeps hanging out. What's up, Marvin? Jump on and ask a question so you can get entered in this raffle. Marvin always has good questions as well. Sipping Ben Holiday. Not bad for what I paid. Right on. Marvin, 10th Mountain Chugs. 10th Mountain Chugs. Tracy made it. Yeah, he said that he had some obligations earlier today, and he didn't know if he'd make it by the time we were still live. Glad you made it, Tracy.
Nice.
Smash the like button or blow it away. Water, yeah. You got to drink water. Got to hydrate. Thanks, Mojo. I don't have any 10th Mountain. I know. That's why you got to come on and ask him about it. Cheers. Roadhouse, John Cloud. What's up? Water and Jungle. What's up, John C? Everglades. Yep. He was talking about the environment. Yeah. Did you ever train up here in Canada? Alberta?
No, I did not. I trained in Alaska.
Oh, right on.
Close, but I didn't want to freeze that much, so I didn't go to Canada.
I've never seen any 10th Mountain, but I would definitely try it. I've heard of it, though, because of Northwest. All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Hold on. So if you look in the chat right now, not in the chat, sorry. The video description has a link already in there for your website and for your Instagram.
Perfect.
So I've already got the link to both of those in there. But we can show people real quick how they can see, because I honestly am not sure if it shows on here.
Go to spirits.
Does it show you where it ships to and where it does not ship to?
Yeah, so just go to Bourbon really quick. Just go into one. We can do that. Scroll down a little bit. Keep going right there. Shipping. Please read before purchase. Now you can read all the states we cannot ship to at this time because of liquor laws.
Right. So there's 10, 11 states you can't ship to.
10 states.
Okay. So I like it that is right there, right where you would see add it to cart, instead of going through the whole process and not being able to order it. So I see you got a combo pack here.
Yep.
So anybody that's living in any of those states, not of those first, of those 10 that are unavailable, if you're living in other states, then you are able to have it shipped to your house. Now, there is like a buttery toffee note in the front of that single malt. And it's smooth. It's got a good balance to it. There's some spices on the back one in the finish.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I consider this like a scotch without the peat.
What's up, Eric? I can see that. And I'm honest. I would not fluff your feathers at all, because I will tell you that I was kind of disappointed with the shipping because I've been getting spoiled lately. Every time I order whiskey online, it gets here within a week. And I ordered it, and I have the emails I can send to you and show you if there's any part of this process you can make improvements on. It was 15 days from order to it landing at my house.
Yeah, there was when you ordered it, we were with a different distributor at that time, so that was the reason.
Okay, so it's already been,
everything's fixed.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I was gonna say like 15 days isn't really that long. That's why I prefaced it by saying I've been spoiled lately.
Yeah,
because a lot of websites I go to, they're like 3 to 5 days or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, we are fixing the issue that was coming around to that, and we're moving forward in the best way.
Eric, Daniel, appreciate you guys being here. Allegedly, 100 years old doers. Wow, yeah. But yeah, so I'll give you an honest review every day of the week, and so yeah, I was surprised how long it took, but I'm glad that's been addressed. Prescription Bourbon, what's up, DMC? You're still awake. Good to see you, sir. I have something headed your way tomorrow, and I'm excited for you to get it. Shoot me a text. We'll talk about that tomorrow. You don't have to do it tonight. I'm doing that. B. Bauer, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Buzz cuts are sexy. Oh, how you flatter me, John. Mark Emmenecker, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. God, no, I'm in the clear. It's blue, isn't it? I green. Just catching up on chat real quick before we bring on the next guest. I don't have any 10th Mountain ASM. Neither do I, man.
No.
Oh wait, no, I have American Single Malt. I'm sorry, I do have some. I don't have any of the rye. And the other day on Instagram, I heard you talking about how much you've been loving the rye lately. And when I was on there watching you, I was, it was one of those moments where you put your phone in and you're like, damn it. Because I didn't order the rye. I just ordered the single malt and the bourbon. Dang it, it's sold out.
for right now. We should have it back in stock by tomorrow.
Wow, these guys are sexy. What's up, Bourbon? You're up late. Bourbon goes live on Thursday nights before our time slot.
Okay,
and
nice.
So you're over there in New York, so I appreciate you staying up late to kind of catch what we've got going on over here. Really appreciate Bourbon. He's a good dude. Lean towards oak and fruit caramel notes, which you seek. Assembled. I meant water in the train list. Yes. Yeah. Talking about all the wetlands. Lots of it's a way different training environment. So that was a good point that I didn't really think of. You got to train hard to fight hard. Show us that website. Yep. Yeah. When I first got up to Fort Drum, it was February 2nd, Groundhog's Day, first day boots on ground. Oof. And it was like -30. There was these big snow drifts up the side of buildings, like going up to the second story of snow drifts because the snow is so light and dry there. It just blows around in the wind. And I was just like, I got off the bus and I was just like, what is going on here? Like, absolutely not. And so I spent more time in Afghanistan than I did actually there on Fort Drum. But I was there for 2 winters and they stuck with me. They were hard. They do hard winters up there, man.
It gets ingrained in your body, that's for sure.
Yeah, because we'll still go out in formation and stand out there, and salute, colors and stuff. And it's 30 below. We're out there with our nose hairs freezing and let's go run 2 miles. Yeah, it's a great idea. Chris Tats from Down Under, Australia's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Happy Friday afternoon.
Absolutely. Go ahead, fluff my feathers. So we've got Sean in the house. Sean, you ready to jump? Yeah, buddy. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, yo?
It's good to see you. Free 99.
So I got a question about your cooperage. And you can be as, telling or, you know what I mean, if you got to keep that a secret. You guys do anything special with the cooperage, or are you guys got any toasted finishes or heavy chars on the way down the pipeline here soon?
So we get all of our barrels from the Virginia Barrel Company. They actually do all of our char for us. It's a level 4 char from them. We've done some changes to certain barrels. I'm not too pervy onto those. Our master distiller likes to keep it hidden, even from the owner and I. So
for sure.
I can't even find them. And he moves the barrels daily, and he's an asshole for it because I try to find the barrels. So we do have some specialties that are coming out soon. We do have some different concoctions that we've done. We announced one already. It's a maple bourbon that we're doing. We have a barrel aged maple syrup that we have that ages our used bourbon barrels. And then what we did is we took out the maple syrup, and now we put bourbon back into that. So it's been aging for, I think, a year in that, and then so it's a little over 3 years old.
A whole year in a maple barrel? Mm-hmm. Man, that's going to be sweet.
It is delicious. It's not that sweet, to be honest.
Are you going to sell that at Cask Strength, bro?
Yes.
Oof.
Yes?
Yes.
I love that.
I'm definitely getting one. So there's a couple maple bourbons that I've had. One of them was artificially flavored, and it was terrible. The other two do it exactly how, like you said. They age their whiskey in it, take the whiskey out, pour the maple syrup in it, barrel age maple syrup so they can sell barrel aged maple syrup. Yep. And then they add whiskey back into it and do a finish on the whiskey. And those are fantastic. Those are delicious. I like them a lot.
You should do that with your brandy after you're done dumping that brandy. Just refill it with some bourbon,
a maple aged brandy?
No, I'm saying after you're done dumping the brandy barrels, just go ahead and refill that with some bourbon while it's still wet.
Oh, some brandy finished bourbon. Okay.
For us cigar smokers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Our brandy's a little bit different. It's a Pinot Noir brandy. that we
Very
barrel age in our used bourbon barrels already.
nice.
Yeah. So you're getting that Pinot Noir flavor with those sweeter textures and that bitterness, but then you're getting those bourbon notes and oaky flavors out of it as well.
The char from the barrel, yeah.
Yep.
Man.
All right, Troy's got to run. Troy, thanks for being in. I know it's late for you, buddy. I'm just glad you're able to hang out this long. Good to see you. And William Reynolds is in the house. What's up, William?
Well, bounce my ass out. You know what I mean? Get on to the next guy.
Hey,
Brian, it was good to meet you. Mark, thank you, sir.
You as well, sir.
Hey, John, I appreciate you coming on, and I feel hope you win something good.
It's just not activating for you.
Hey, love you, buddy.
Love you.
Good dude. Good dude. William Reynolds is a Vietnam vet. Say what's up to William. Good guy. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here, William. It's 3:35 p.m. in Australia right now. Well, that was 6 minutes ago. So I'm a little bit behind on chat, but it's okay. I had a question for Brian. What does it look like for a single barrel or blending in general? Fruit forward, more caramel or oaky?
That's dependent on the barrel, right? So each barrel is going to come out a little bit different. Each profile is going to come out a little bit different. As a general process, we try to make everything when we blend it to get our regular mash or what we're going for our 92 proof for our bourbon or our rye. That's we try to hit specific notes. And the master distiller, the owner, myself, we have a couple other people that taste it, make sure it's perfect to where it's at. So we have some master tasters, and we do master debate about it quite often when we when we want it to.
I see what you did there. So addressing the question more specifically, do you guys think, well, in your opinion, do you think that you guys aim for more fruity or more like syrupy, like caramel's and vanillas, or more oaky, like more wood notes? Like, if you like say what you feel from the group.
I say we try to specify it towards our flavor profiles and what we think is specific to us, right? And then we try to match it to what we think is best. I can't say it's going to be more oaky or more fruity blend, more caramel, because it's what it is now. I wasn't there when the first process started, so I couldn't tell you what that flavor profile is when they first started out, but I know it has changed significantly over the years, including the mash bills and things of that nature. And we just landed on something that we absolutely love today.
Yeah. Agree. That's awesome. Thanks for the question, Mojo. Fort Drum, hardcore, negative 40 and 50. Yeah, I know Ben up there in Canada gets colder, but that doesn't mean it's nice. Okay, that doesn't mean it's good. 87 degrees today. Wow, Australia's sounding nice. Sunshine is in the house. What's up, Sunshine? It's good to see you. I'm glad you stayed up to watch us hang out and talk about whiskey. I appreciate you. Good evening, Sunshine. Very happy that it's still up there. Oh, yeah. I left your comment up there for a minute. Toasty, behave yourself. Northwood Bourbon Mark. Horse Soldier is lovely, full flavored, even at 43 or 45. Yes. I like everything Horse Soldier does, man. You wild. Respect, William. Yep. William's a stud. Piggyback on Mojo. Absolutely. I see I have the best questions. Good. Mojo. Always a pleasure. Yep. I'm glad all you guys are here and hanging out. I give you guys a couple more minutes, just maybe 5 more minutes to jump in and get your question in, because we're going to do the wheel of names in very shortly. So I've got a couple questions that I don't think I'm going to burn the audience because questions on this. It's just whiskey nerd talk going on here. So you guys have got about 5 minutes to get entered into this raffle. Brian, you said the Ute tribe in Colorado does your corn and your rye comes from Dakotas, right?
No, our corn comes out of the Ute tribe out of Cortez, Colorado.
Yes. The corn comes out of the Ute tribe in Colorado, but the rye comes out of Dakota?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about your relationship with those farmers? Like how you guys, like, because a lot of the guys around here in Washington State, they're with local farmers, and so they know their whole family and stuff like that. So I was just curious, like how close you are to these families doing the farms and stuff like that. If there's anything you can speak on to that.
I can speak on to the Cortez tribe or the Ute tribe in Cortez, Colorado. I know that story.
Okay.
I don't know about North Dakota, South Dakota, or Sheboygan for our barley. That one, I think we use a grain processor, someone who actually helps us out and finds us the best processed grain for that area. And then our master distiller and one of our other distillers go through it and make sure it's the best process for it. But for the Ute tribe out of Cortez, Colorado, our owner, as well as our master distiller, went down there to meet them. They wanted to thank them for producing the corn and see their process and everything like that. And when they went down there, they were actually doing one of their traditions. I'm not going to get into which one because it's their process. It's something special to them. And our owner and our master distiller were able to sit down and watch it while they were doing this. And it was, I heard it was pretty cool. And we were excited to be a part of that as the 10th Mountain family. And it just built a more cohesive relationship between our company and their tribe. So it was, it's a wonderful thing to hear about. Hopefully someday I'll be going down there. But as for right now, I'm just traveling across the U.S. trying to get you all drunk. So,
and to follow that,
you
talked about the owner, the master distiller going out, and you, and I know there's another brand ambassador on your crew. So how many are in your guys' crew altogether?
So we have 15 full-time employees currently. We have just hired on 5 brand ambassadors. So we have 5 brand ambassadors across the United States. I have 3 salespeople as of right now underneath me. And we're hoping to expand here in the near future to a few more. So,
right on.
Yeah. So from our bartenders to our master distillers to our sales team to our brand ambassadors, part-time, full-time, I would say we about 21, 22 people on our team fully together.
So 15 full-time, half a dozen part-timers?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. Like I said, whiskey nerd questions.
Absolutely.
We already talked about special releases, so I can mark that off. Like I said, I didn't want to burn any of these questions.
No worries.
For the audience. Size of crew, years in operation we talked about, military history we talked about. Oh, one big whiskey nerd question that I'm really excited to ask, but I want to tell the audience one more time, you've got 2 more minutes to jump on and ask a question before we spin the wheel of names, and you won't have a chance to enter the raffle. 2 more minutes. So in 2 minutes, can you tell me, because we are at sea level and Washington State is the 4th largest craft whiskey distillery state in the nation, when it comes to number of craft distilleries, right?
Right.
But you know that we are really much lower to sea level than you are. So your altitude has got to play a huge difference on the aging of your whiskey. Just want to see if you can speak on that, because I'm ignorant to that when it comes to how altitude plays a difference in not only the distillation, but the aging. It
plays a huge role in both of it, right? So in elevation at 552.80, right? At a mile high, water evaporates 10 times faster than alcohol. So it's that process that you're going through. And when it's actually at altitude, you're getting more alcohol into a system and you're getting that water evaporated out of these barrels even quicker. And with a dry climate and a dry humidity, because where we're at, we're almost like we're a high desert, to say.
Right.
Our distillery sits at roughly around 7,900 feet in elevation. And we get those high temperatures in the summer can go up to 120 degrees, and in the winter
man.
we can get down to -30, -40 sometimes.
Goodness, that is a huge fluctuation, man.
Yeah, huge fluctuation, but it's also a dry heat in that process.
Right. You're not very humid. Right.
There's zero humidity up here until it snows. So,
oh man, that's wild.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that angel share process goes right into my belly. It doesn't go anywhere else. We don't share it.
Oh my goodness.
Ben's question. Colorado angel share.
Yep.
I've been reading through the questions this whole time.
Good. I'm glad you got the comments up. That's one of the reasons why I'm glad you didn't jump on your phone. It makes it so much harder to read all these comments. I'm teasing y'all. So you guys got one more minute to jump in the back, or else I'm going to cut off joining the raffle. Northern Bend. Brian's top 3 whiskeys to sip besides 10th Mountain. All right, Mojo.
All right, so top 3 whiskeys. That's going to be dependent on the day, right? I do like a good Booker's. I've been really going into this whiskey called Doc Holiday right now. They have a 6-year all the way up to, has bullets on it. Nope, Doc Holiday.
Oh, the Doc Holiday.
Doc Holiday.
So you're not talking about Arkansas or Missouri Holiday.
No. It's Doc Holiday. It has a bowl on the front of it. And it has
where's the Doc Holiday from?
Georgia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. They have a 6-year through a 12-year. I do have them all, and I will continue buying them. They're absolutely phenomenal.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, the other one I've been really getting into. Still Austin has got my attention recently.
Yeah, from Texas.
Yeah, Still Austin has got my attention recently.
I've got one of their single barrel cask strengths.
Yep, that was really good.
Yeah.
And then I just got in yesterday some Iron Root that really piqued my interest. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit more when I get back into town next week or the following week. I don't even know when I'm in town anymore. But when I'm back in town, I'm going to dive into that a little bit more because the flavor profiles coming off of that at their cask strength was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bourbon Baller. They love Armagnac and cognac finishes for the cigar smokers in the house.
Right.
Are you guys looking at doing anything like that?
Yep, those are a possibility. We've done a Pedro Jimenez cast in the past.
Okay.
We continue to do Pedro Jimenez. Those barrels are just extremely expensive and really hard to get. But we are doing and looking at a cognac and Armagnac finish, depending on what's going on with it.
Right on. This evening is better in the morning. No. Okay. What's really cool is the local farms are being used to produce American whiskey in a world where most of this just, yep. Absolutely. USA. Thanks, Mojo. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah. Good, Brian.
Yeah.
Holler at your boy. You can see it. The Colorado Angel Share. Yeah, you talked about that a little bit. It sounds like you guys lose a lot to the Angel Share.
Well, that's water, not alcohol, right?
Right, but that's still volume. All right, so I am going to cut off the... Hold on, I gotta figure out how to cut a thing off the... All right, so we are going to get into the raffle and spin the wheel of names. And after we spin the wheel, we will be closing it down and going to the backstage to get in some non-recorded backstage shenanigans for a minute.
Absolutely.
So any of you guys that want to jump on from now on, if you jump on, I'm not going to bring you on the stage. You will be invited to join us backstage for the uncut, unfiltered, non-recorded part of our Distiller's Perspective, where we can really just hang out and have a drink with the distiller on the screen before we call it a night. But for now, we are going to bring up the wheel of names, and we are going to give away.
Well, what are we doing first?
You choose. So what I usually do is I usually give out 2 flights of everything that I have from you. So right now I have your bourbon and your single malt.
Okay.
And so there will be 2 people who get a sample, a 2-ounce sample of both of those.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And so you had some things you wanted to throw into the mix. And so if you want to do AB, like maybe start with one of yours, then I'll do a sample, then we'll do one of yours, then I'll do a sample, then the last one of yours, right?
How about this? If it's to a state that we can legally ship to, we will ship out our award-winning single malt.
Oh, snaps.
So I'll ship out 1 bottle of that, and the other person will get 2 Glens, and the other person will get a hat and a challenge coin.
Right on.
So,
And I can just send out samples to probably all 5 of these. Well, except for Ben. I can't send them to Ben of the North.
Yeah, like I said, legally can send to.
Yes. I can 100% send a free sample to all 4 of the other ones. So congratulations to you 5 that came on, because you're all winners. Oprah over here, you're a winner, you get a car. Let's go. So the first one up on the winner's block is Sean.
All right.
So what's he winning, Brian?
I don't have I do have a challenge coin next to me.
Oh, nice.
Let's do this. Marine Corps heads, you'll get the single malt. Tails, you'll get the Glens and a challenge coin.
Oh, nice. I like it.
So let's figure this out. It got tails. So you're getting 2 Glens and a challenge coin, sir.
Right on. All right, so I'm gonna write that down so we don't forget it. Sean. So Sean got Glenn's and a coin. I dropped him off the wheel.
Perfect.
And the next winner on the block, Troy Man's in the house.
And that's up to you, sir. I'll leave that one on you.
All right, and I will definitely give Troy Man some good. You know what? I'm gonna give him 2-ounce samples of both of these, because whiskey is made to share with friends. So Troy gets 4 samples.
There we go.
All right. Troy's getting 4 samples. I like it. Oh, Will. Whiskey Chronicles.
I said single malt, so he's getting a bottle of single malt.
All right. Will's getting a bottle. All right. We're going to take him off. We've got between Randy.
That's Randy.
Yep. So, yeah, I can give Randy 4 samples as well.
Okay.
And then Ben from the North, I can't send him anything. So if you're able to send him...
We can't legally send up there, unfortunately.
Right. If you're able to send him like a hat or whatever.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I have to do it in the legal manner, so...
Okay. Right on.
Sorry, Ben of the North.
Ben of the North. Stick in the mud.
Sorry, Ben.
You know, Ben, if we get a mule, I'll take care of you, buddy. But that was fun, Brian.
Yeah, man. This was a good time. I really enjoyed it and learned a little bit about your guys' process and how it happens. And it's a good time, and love the audience participation, people coming and asking questions.
I appreciate that. We have a blast over here. Every time we do this, it's definitely my favorite night of the week. Have a good time. If any of you guys want to join in the backstage to come hang out and just chit chat for a little bit, you're more than welcome to come have a drink with us backstage.
Absolutely, please do.
Yeah, Brian, I wanted to ask you before we cut off the live stream, is there anything that you would like to promote or anything that did not get brought up tonight that you would like to get brought up?
Will brought it up before, right? And I brought it up before, but the more products that people can buy from us, the more we can support the nonprofits and veteran nonprofits across this country. So it's a give and take relationship with us. We want to give out as much as we can, but we can't do it without your guys' support, so we can support more people out there. I really do appreciate everybody having me on, and it's always a good time to come and drink with a fellow veteran and talk to some great people across the country and around the world. From Australia to the Philippines, it looked like in one comment. So
Canada,
in Canada. It's always great to see everybody around the world coming into one community, talking about whiskey, talking about veterans, and just enjoying their nights or afternoons.
No worries, Ben. Hey, dude, Ben, you know how much stuff I would have sent you by now if I could just send stuff to you freely, bro? You're a great big supporter to the channel, and I greatly appreciate you. It's always fun either way. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yep, Toasty. Glad you were here. Cheers, All Stars. Like, hey, Barrel Dave, glad you were able to stop in. Tracy, I'm glad you were able to get home in time to catch the end of the show. John, good to see you. Yep. Ben's wife's Filipino too. All right, guys, I'm going to cut off the live. If you want to join in the backstage, hit that join button. Bad Axe Bobby Bourbon right at the finish line. What's up, buddy? It's so good to see you. Freaking love that guy. But if you guys want to jump in the backstage and have a few uncut, unfiltered chat sessions, I want you to go ahead and do that. Do you have any closing words, sir?
Hey, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be on. Thank you for allowing 10th Mountain to be here and support everybody out there. And thank you for supporting us, as well as thank you for your service. So,
hey, thank you, sir. Like I said, as soon as I found the brand, I was excited because being a soldier who was in 10th Mountain, I'm like, oh, I want to find out more about them. So I'm really glad you were able to join in on the show. I appreciate you accepting the offer to be on the late show here on Distiller's Perspective. And to all you guys out there watching, remember to drink more water than you drink whiskey so you can continue to take care of yourself and take care of those around you, because you have to be that sheepdog protecting the flock, because there's some crazy animals out there. So watch out for those that are within your sphere of influence and be a good influence on them. Until next time, we'll see you later. Remember, protect, enjoy. Cheers.